All right. Hi, you guys. We are on. Welcome on in to WCIA Network, where everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Okay. I have an amazing live for you guys. I'm pretty excited about it. Sorry I haven't been on, in a couple days. I am taking care of a family member. Comes first, right? Hey, hi Colleen. So, welcome on in. Muffin Top, are you here yet? I'm Bernie. Hi there. We're going to have a good one, and I am going to start out with just welcoming you guys here and letting you know that today's presentation is one of those that I'd like for you to pay attention to. If you have questions, definitely ask in chat, because I'm going to be showing you things that I believe are of value to finding the missing children, because deepfake and AI is real, and a lot of people are using deepfake, if you see it or if you don't see it. So yes, I see deepfake. A lot of us do, but I also do see, hi Cami, messages beneath pictures. My specialty is is giving, hi Muffin Top, if anyone is nasty, don't give him any chances. Just remove comments and block them. My messages do come through clairvoyance, and I'm very proud of that. It isn't something I take lightly, and it isn't anything that I allow anyone to bully me nor anyone else in my chat room. Bullying is, first of all, it's very childish. And when I see that someone or some people are acting like children, and I believe they're grown adults, I really don't know, it gives me an opportunity, gives me gifts of opportunities to speak and give lessons to these children. Go into yourself, go within. So before you strike out in your life, it's got nothing to do with me. I know that because I know who I am, and I love doing what I'm doing. So it's about you. I'm smart enough, intelligent enough to know that it is about the people that come forth and bully. Go within yourself. Go deep inside and ask yourself, why is it that you get fulfilled, your cup gets fulfilled, while you are taking away someone else's, at least trying to. Not here, you can't take anything from me. It's just not possible, right? But you must do that to maybe your own children, maybe to your husband, maybe to your friends. But think about it, because you probably, for sure, can find areas in your life that you choose to treat people that way. You're the one who's not going to benefit from it. I'm just giving you a free reading. I'm giving you a free gift of information from myself. You're the one who's going to miss out in life, because you're the one who's going to miss those opportunities of receiving, because you cannot receive if you do not give. And, that's it. I mean, that's all I have to say. I'm not going to change anything. I'm not going to do anything differently because someone came up and said, oh, do this, do that. Okay, I'm not a child. I'm a grown-ass adult. So for you guys who are acting like children, just try to act like a grown-up and figure out why you don't know how to do that. That's all. If you don't figure it out, who the fuck cares? I don't care. I'm just giving you a reading. That's it. So, welcome on in. We have a presentation that is going to review Summer Moon Wells' case directly, which directly has to do with all the other cases. So those dummies who think it's about one person, oh, remove that one person's name, blah, 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 blah. Okay, really? It's not that kind of a program. So obviously you're just coming in and doing rude things and you don't even listen. That's another thing you should ask yourself in your life. Where else do you do that? Where you don't listen to your children, to your friends, to your spouse. So, listen. This is about all the children that share the same common story. Not a different story, the same story. This is Molly Golightly for those that don't know her. Molly Golightly was a wonderful channel that gave me opportunities to really, really understand the children and listen to them. And Molly Golightly's channel gave me opportunities to see images, right? There are always things called deepfake, and beneath the deepfake are other faces. Okay? And if you don't think it exists, watch my live all the way through, because it's going to tell you the story of the children, and you are going to be mind blown if you've been here all these years, right? How Molly Golightly's deepfakes tell the story exactly how I've been sharing it. Underneath her face, for those who can't see, is this human. I want you to look at him as a side profile. A side profile. This is the best way I could do it. So put a thumbs up if you see this man. This man's face. Tell me if you see that. I'm going to be giving you many, many, many examples of the humans' faces. I'm going to be calling them humans because that just suits it. It suits it best for me. I'm going to be showing you all these different faces that appear. Here it is in black and white. In black and white. Yes, puppy dogs. Thank you for those ones. Ones means that you see what I'm saying. This is, yeah, my dog is giant. I have 3 of them. One's ginormous. This is just one example of how Molly Golightly's stories and what's underneath the stories help tell the children's story. There are faces that I see so clearly, and the stories that I see so clearly beneath so many of these creators' faces. The faces that appear are not the Molly Golightly's that I know of. So if in fact it is not, who are they? Who's showing up? What is the most common face that shows up beneath Molly's? I feel it's a man. And I also feel that many of the children that get taken and abused and never seen before are Down syndrome or their special needs. Like this. That's what I see here, right? But for all the children, why I am telling you this is because the channel not only entertains you, it educates. Hi, Jean. Hi, Purple Sneakers. Long time. It educates. And I'm trying to show you to bring justice to the kids and tell their story. You have to just pay attention and then own the information. Meaning, yes, I see it and it is real and I see you. Spirit is telling us a story. That these are supposed to be Molly Golightly, one in her car and one in her kitchen. But they come from videos that I take a snapshot of a frame beneath the frame, and it shows differently. Now, that happens many a times when I am telling you the story of the children, right? The children's story, between all of the children that I follow, each and every one of them, they also have information beneath the deepfake. Summer Moon Wells also shows the story beneath the deepfake. Each and every one of Summer Moon Wells' story always had a deepfake beneath it. Because she has not been given justice, but nobody is talking about what's underneath the pictures. So just as I'm showing you Molly Golightly, I could show you this of Summer Moon Wells. Summer Moon Wells on the swing never, ever, ever stayed. It never stayed the same. Never stayed the same, you guys. You could look at a picture of Summer, any snapshot of Summer swinging on the swing, and you will get face structures and facial information that show that she was abused horrifically. So pictures like this, they shift. Is it really there? We'll never know. But what I do know is Summer Moon Wells' children speak to me through the images. She's telling me, yes, this is me, by putting the heart in the air. Now, someone else may see butterflies, right? Someone else may see one eye gone. Someone else may see an image that's, lighting up in her hand. But this is supposed to be the same thing. Just as Molly Golightly is supposed to be Molly Golightly in these pictures. And it's not. Most people that tune into me, that you guys know who Molly Golightly is. I mean, you know Molly. But it's very important to notice the male energy. Not notice, listen to me about the male energy, and that there are energies here when we look at these pictures of victims. I feel the victims, and I also see the person that runs it. This person looks to me like this person. This happens to be Grandis's backyard. I don't know who that is. But it gives me the feeling of this person. This is Grandis's backyard. And these are Molly Golightly. Look within the picture. That's where the information is. It lies beneath the deepfake. So what I get here, the message and information that I'm supposed to see, is this bit of information. Let me crop it. This to me is the major element that I see throughout all the cases I follow, which I call Summer Moonwell's cases. Keep this in mind. Keep that in mind. Here I also see another male's face. It's a different male face. Get closer. The reason this is so important, and I'm going to say it again, is so you guys, when you are going through these videos and you're watching them and all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, I see something beneath the video. Stop and look. That is supposed to be a Molly. This is Molly, allegedly. That's her. Allegedly. Or maybe it isn't. Because we have so many, we don't know who's who. But what I do know is the Molly that has been introduced to us is not him. It's not them. Not them, and it's not him. Look closely. Let me take a snapshot. And the Molly that I know is neither one of the people here. I see a victim in the middle. This is all the same car ride. Okay? This is all the same, nothing. The only thing that's changing is the photo, which it shouldn't be, but it is. So the photos, which I call are under the deep fake, this is what's under the same frame of information. This one in the middle, I like to dim it, take out the saturation a little. Now you're going to be able to see this. This guy is under there too. So this guy and this guy, they're all under there. So look at this face. Look at that face. I mean, what you're looking at is not the Molly that we know. So that's why I call it a deep fake. This. Whoop. Let me make that smaller. All three of these come from the same video. You see what I'm saying? This is a perfect example of what I've been talking about for the deepfake under the children. The stories I've been seeing with or without the deepfake, but once in a while it comes up and it's very strong. It's very strong for me to review this. This is stuff that is like in the news often now. So I'm still on Molly. This is the same video. So you see what I'm saying? The video that you see here of this person is the same one here. These are supposed to be the same person. See? It isn't. It isn't. It should be. And I have shown this in the back seat. This is the car that I'm getting all of these different images from. This is what the car looks like. And I've shown you this before with the windows in the back. Let me point it out. The windows in the back are this. You'll see some more images in the box, but that's an element hanging out of that window thing or that box. And what's in the car is also elements. You've got some more faces that look like this in this same video. I call them victims that we see in the same video. So now that you see these, I'm going to change the colors just a little. Okay. I took out the color, made this one black and white. Same video. So I'm sure you're understanding what I'm doing here now. And it is very important because some people are under the impression that this stuff doesn't exist and that this is nonsense. It isn't. Because if you were to stick around, you would see all this shit, all these floating things in the background of the so-called allegedly Molly are the elements that I've been showing you that fly around. The number fives, the this, the that. They're the same. And that's not Molly in the lower left-hand corner. I mean, I could go on and on and on and show you all of these, right? Show you all these faces that aren't her in this video. And again, this is for learning experience. These are not her. Big crossover I see from certain men that are around, like Brian Kohlberger's father I see in here. I see this guy I see in a lot of it. I see Don Wells. It's like that kind of a heaviness. And that Molly's purpose for me in my life, why I met Molly, is to be able to gather all of these images and have the story, give me an opportunity to tell the story above the images. And she gives them very well. Very well. This is what's going on in the back seat of Molly's car. The one that said, "Are you Kate?" or "Is this Kate?" Something like that. And I will be placing these in order so they stay with that element. This to me is it's a very sad photo, because what I see is a child in the back seat with his head covered. That's what I see. You know, everyone is going to see something different, and I'm going to show you how I see that. Here, now it may not be, but that's the story is these children get their heads covered, and their head goes against a metal, just like that. Their head goes in the corner. That's the V that goes in their eye. Like, the story tells it the same to me, no matter what. And this is what I see is the victim in the back seat. And that the head is in the corner. So the heads go in the corner, right? Let me show you. Molly's always tells it so well. So that would be a head in the corner with the person's hand holding it. That's what I see. Like, that to me would be like they're impersonating the story. They're, you know, like telling the story. This is what happens. The head goes in the corner. Just like you see, whoops, just like you see here. Head in a corner. Pay attention to Molly's videos from the past. Look very closely to the faces. Look very closely to the eyes, the nose, the teeth. The teeth. Look closely to the left-hand photo. Look at the left-hand photo. Look at the photo to the right. Let your mind see the story. Let your mind see and understand these stories of the victims and the children that go missing. The horrific things that I see in these pictures, with their eye being removed, they get an eye removed, is what I see here. This is what you're looking at. The same thing in this person's mouth was the same thing that I showed you was in Summer Moon's mouth. Just like that. Seeing I do have a picture like this in my presentation tonight, like this, of Summer. And notice her head, what her head is touching on. This is like a little disc. So just imagine there's no difference between the story of, let me show you. Hold on. Let me sharpen this up so you see it a little more. When I look at this and I'm going to speak over it, I would tell you the story of Summer Moon Wells in her car with her head on the milk jugs. I'll show you. So the story stays the same, right? Wait, summer car. Let's see. Give me 1 minute. I want to copy and paste. I should have had this. Summer car. Well, that's Summer Car 3. It's not it. 1 minute, guys. This picture. Oh, no, that's the one on her swing. Swing. Let me see if it's in this one. Summer copies. Well, it's just like Summer in the car. Summer final. Here, I'll use this one. With her head on that. See, to me, this is the same story. You see Summer's cheek? Let me lay it on there. Paste. Here, I'll show you. I've always said that around her cheek was a frame. This is a good way to... I'm going to line this up. Boom. Okay. It would be... Oh, maybe let me sharpen it a little so the color is a little better. Sharpen. Okay. Now you'll be able to see this drawing thing on Summer's cheek. So this here is the story of the Summer Moon Wells children, because their cheek at the whatever they're doing to them winds up in one of these things like that. See how it lines up? This is Summer in the car. All of the missing children stories that I work on, they all have this same thing. All of them. And that's Summer's cheek. And in the poster, you see that in the poster, she has that same thing on her cheek in the poster. Here, this is even a better one. Here. This one, you could really see it. A little better. See that thing on her cheek? That's that. It tries very hard to blend into the jacket. Let me see if I could change the color a little. Because if you sharpen... Oh, I took the color away. Okay, here we go. Look at this thing around her. I'll bend it. This is what's around Summer. I told you this was a very important live. The same thing that is on her. See that thing around her cheek? It's the same thing. It's like if you were to go like that. It's right around her cheek. Let me show you. Let me point it out. So when I show you things that are around her cheek, and I always do, it's this thing. And here's the point. Like the A or the V, whatever. It's right here. Right here. And it goes out. Just like Molly, see? It's I said to you it's an A or something. Right there. Right there. And these are all of the different faces. Some of all the faces. And each and every one of these videos gave me gifts of information. This video I'm spending some time on to show you that this video and another one that I selected both give me the same information like on the TV in the background. It's the same story, which is, you're going to see this. This was Molly, Bullhorn Betty, Chronicles of Olivia, down by Tennessee. And this video, oh my gosh, fell apart really quickly, and I was able to grab information. The left picture and the right picture are supposed to be Molly. Now, this here, let me open it up, is not a Molly that I know. Right? And nor, let me change the color a little. And nor is this person. But they look very familiar to me. The one to the left it's like a cross between that Faith guy, cracking cases. It's very familiar to me, is all I know. Like, and the one on the right is not familiar to me. And the middle one is Betty. These Molly Golightly's remind me of Chasing Truth. Chasing Truth. This guy here, which is supposed to be Molly. I see, not Chasing. Oh my God, not that. Catching something. Shit. You guys help me. Lifeline. This guy. I mean, that's not Molly. That's not Molly. I mean, wait. Let me see if I... What's it under? Not check it. Oh, shit. Come on, you guys, help me out here. What's it called? He's got a channel, American Dream Checker. No, American Dream Chaser or Catcher. Yeah, American Dream Chaser. Let me see. Chase. American Dream Catcher. Here. So when I would do his videos, his photo of who he is never stayed the same either. So this is one of his pictures that changes. So, you know, you have to pay attention to, if you're watching a particular channel, you know, their face might change also. So this is who I'm thinking of. I get this energy. That's the energy I got. Let me get it a little longer. Or let me find a different one, maybe. Let's see. No, they're all the same. Wait, did I have... Oh, it has glasses on him. All right, let me do the one with glasses. Okay, here he is with glasses. Him. That's, to me, so perfect. Let me elongate it. Okay, one sec. Okay. Here we go. Oh, wait, let me get rid of the blue. Yep. Okay. Molly's picture, also this dude here. I feel, so you may not think it's, they look that much alike, but that's the energy that I'm getting. You know, I get different energies with different faces. That's who I got. And then there is, you know, another person on the other side. Like you could see that they've got the wig on. So in the middle, to me, the middle picture is different than the one on either side of it. See, these are just all different again. This here, I get the, I see someone completely different than what I just showed you. I get the, this guy. I get this guy. See how he has different faces. So a lot of times I go by the energy, because not only do the faces change that I'm showing you here, the names that I am comparing it to, their faces don't stay the same either. I follow these channels, and it appears that a lot of these channels have a deep fake underneath their videos. So this one here, come on, like drop in. I feel more of a faith. Let me pick the photo that most likely of his face is. I'm going to show you what I mean. So, see this? If you give yourself a moment to just do an exercise with me, look at that picture. Feel the energy. You know, like feel what you feel. And then feel this. What do you feel when I take the person that's on top and I make them more present? But the person on the bottom, when I make that person more present, I get different feelings. So depending on the color, the tone that you make these photos at will depend on what you see. So you will see your reality. Your reality. Two different storyboards. Summer Moon Wells. Now what I just went over with you is going to go right into this next part. Right? So thirsty. This is summer to the left. And what you see here to the right is Jodi Sue Brown. That is a photo that I captured from underneath one of her lives, probably back in 2021. I said, you guys, I see summer in here. I see it spiritually. Jodi Sue Brown is telling me her story. And Jodi Sue Brown was one of the top 3 characters that I began to write the story about. I have a documentary, right? And there are certain characters that play like a larger role in the documentary that I wrote. Jodi Sue Brown is one of them. Now, obviously, it's going to be a fiction, non-fiction. Because you can't prove anything. It's all allegedly, right? Jodi Sue Brown is the one in my documentary that controls the West and the East rivers. She controls the waterways. She controls one side to make sure the West side doesn't meet with the East side. She holds the keys. And I see the children being controlled by a character like that. She's the one who knows both sides but stands for one. So Jodi Sue Brown was the first time I saw Summer in someone's eyes was with her. And that is a picture of Summer to the left. That is a picture now of Molly Golightly to the right. Notice the elements. Notice the elements around the deep fake that I try to show you. These are learning opportunities, right? So if in fact you were to, want to screenshot this on your own while you're watching videos so you could teach yourself how to find deep fakes, you would take a snapshot of this, maybe change the color so you could see it better. There are the shapes around the neck, as if she has elements around her neck. You see, nothing changes. What's on the face, what's on the side of the face. Let me sharpen this. This says this a 7. Why? This one is a 7. Interesting. I've seen this 7 before. In the video that I say summer, the summertime video, this number 7 appears. So I don't know if you see the 7. I don't know, but when I follow spirit, what I do is I see an element, and what appears within my third eye is what I go grab. So I see this element, and then what happens is I see the storyboard that matches this. Let me see if it's under summertime. Summertime. No, shoot, wait. Shoot. I don't have it saved in a way that's under summertime. In that story, The little girl's in the bathroom. Let's see if I put 7. And there's a 7 hanging in her bathroom. And it's the exact color. It's the exact thing right here. It's exactly the same 7. Anyways, my mind just went over there and I can't find it. I will later though. So they look like the same. And when I look at the other pictures of this Molly Golightly, it doesn't stop. Summer Moon Wells case appears. The children's story shows itself. They're under a tunnel. They're being brutalized. Dylan. This is a picture of Dylan from, I don't remember when it was, 2021 or 2022. And this little girl that's with him has the same kind of a sweatshirt color scheme as Summer does. And she is holding the elements. Holding those elements in her hand. This here, let me bring it closer to you guys. Get rid of the color. Here. This would be the number 5, maroon, green, and gold. She's holding them in her hand. She shouldn't be holding anything like that in her hand. These are blocks. But it's a maroon number 5. And she, to me, is matching up with Summer. That's our little Summer. Molly Golightly. 3 more pictures of Molly Golightly. I'm just spending time on her because I have a lot of other ones to spend time on. This was way back here at the hippie house. These guys covered the hippie house. And Dolly, obviously this is a Dolly we don't know because his teeth are different. This is a different Dolly. I don't know what goes on with the Dollies over there, but they don't all look the same, right? The hippie house gave me pretty great solid information. I'm going to go over that as well. It's coming up. But to stick with this theme, Molly, and what's on the TVs, Molly and Bullhorn Betty, I go back to this video often. Why? Because it tells the story. Tells it. The one all the way to the left, if you look here, the bottom left-hand corner, that's right here. Right here is going to be your first picture of what's in a TV screen. Molly and Betty's video are constantly running a TV in the background. Molly does that often. This I call a main element. This is from the TV, and this is from the video of the hippie house. The hippie house, when Dolly goes through, I'm like, oh, there's the number 5 box. There it is. It's right there. Like, anyone see it? And I call an element, right? Wait. When I open this up a little so you could see it, This here comes from Dolly's video of the hippie house. It's in the video. If you stop it and look for something like this, it's there. That is what she is showing. Let's open it up. Hold on. Darken up that 5. So the things that Molly shows on her TV are elements. The 5 is in a box. The 5 is in a box. Boom. Molly Golightly's TV speaks the story that I've been telling with the elements. This is someone else back here. This is what a victim does with the eyeball. This is the equipment. That's not Molly. This is the equipment. If you look closely and want to ever take little pictures of the bottom ones, they're very fun to look at and interesting to blow up. Chronicles of Olivia, she was very active with these guys. It was Chronicles of Olivia, Molly, Bullhorn Betty, Justin for All, JLR, and Dolly. And those were the only channels that I got my information from, because those were the only ones that were out there. See? Same video. See, this is the same video. Different people. Different people. To me, I feel masculine energy. Right here. Blow this up. This is supposed to be Molly. Oh, that looks like a man. Feels like a man. Right? And that person's face is not this person's face in the next frame. Wait, let me brighten it. Okay. Here we go. So, hello. That's no Molly. So, when you're watching true crime and you're here to help find these missing children, bring justice to the children, pay attention to what these channels are feeding you. You know? Here, is a whole different hotel room. These are what's on Molly's TV, but this one I'm sorry, a whole different number 5. Not the same, not the different hotel room. This is still telling the same story. So this was on sometime during this filming, and so is the one to the left. That one has a fishy. All of this was on the TV. You know the story of the children. They go underground, they're in a tunnel, they go on a ride, they go in a cabin, they go. Each one of these photos represents a little piece of the pie that I've been talking about. Each one of them. Watch. Here's one of them. They're in a ride. They're going up. This to me would be, what I see is this is the box. Like this is the plastic, on the plastic and the maroon trim. That's what this is to me. This here, each one of them, they have their own home. And they travel as a family, as a group. There is at least 3 of them. Maybe possibly 4. A big one, a little one, a little one, a little one, and a real little one. And they travel together. They're being pulled. And then this here, they each have one. This one has a little fishy, just like Summer said. And they each have one of these, and their heads go in the corners. The head would be what you see is getting bright, a bright white light. And this is in a plexiglass. Another part of the story. I've shown you these little pieces that the Sebastian family held. Benny would hold in his hand. The finger looks like there's like fake skin on it, but they're holding a trophy. This here is that part of the story that I'm consistently telling you. It's a little head, like a little trophy. And the thumb, if you notice the thumb, it looks like it's coming through a pole, like there's something on its finger. But the finger, the way that it's holding that round thing, looks like it's like open like a mouth. But that's on her TV, as this one is. They're in a box behind that gate. This reminds me of the little pictures I showed you of the frat house. Looks like what the windows looked like. In the windows they had like pictures just like this. Let me see. Idaho. Idaho 4. I know what it would be under. 1 second. Okay, let's see. Oh, maybe that's what... Maybe this is the guy's face that it reminded me of. That dude. He's from the Sigma Chi house. That no, I don't think anyone mentioned him. Shh. 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 This guy. Oh my God, he'll stop. Let me see something. This dude. Let's go back real fast at that picture. 47. I might be totally wrong. I'm looking, guys. Yeah, I don't think so. No, that's not the same for me. No. Look at the other ones. No. Well, maybe this guy. That one. All right, anyways. Sigma. Let's see if I can get it in here. Summer. I didn't think I would be looking for anything. Idaho 4 tonight. There's no way I'm going to find it, you guys. I never do. Anyways, there's a picture just like this that I have of the frat house. This thing in the window. And then the guy with his head on the V. All of these. Same with these. Remember, this is on her TV. All I did was take screenshots of the TV. Look at this. Wait a minute. Here's one of them. These are elements. That shows we've got this one. Look familiar? Yeah, it's, but this one. This here has a lot going on, actually, this one. It's an F. There's a lot of symbolism in here. This one. It's kind of crazy to me that no real TV coverage on this stuff. It's the same stuff I've been showing. See the heart around the neck? This could be Ethan Chapman, easily. Let me crop it. I mean, it looks like him. Get it smaller. This is exactly how Ethan's head was. So here, yet another example. Brightening it up. That. See the heart on the neck? This is what Ethan had. This is what he looked like. This is what he looked like. The other one, it shows victims being pulled in their little ride, surrounded by plexiglass. You could see that it's behind the plexiglass. The trim of the box is on the outside. The one up on the top is just a little closer of the victim's face. That's what I see. See when I open it up. It represents victims. This represents victims. Then you see the bottom's a little bit more stuff. Like, I don't go over here. Here's some more photos from the TV that she's watching. And again, this here, you could tell that those pictures of that bird face or whatever that is, but moreover, to the right, again, you have your victim in the corner with its head in the corner, underground, in a box, with a coat on. There's that thing under the TV. That's the same thing that the Idaho 4 had at their house. Items, elements. This here. Wait, where's the other one? I'm going to open this one up. This here. Ready to freak out. It's your number 5 box. That's a victim's head on a platter. So this would be the trophy. Now this is all in Molly Golightly's TV video. So Molly Golightly shows all of this, but she keeps the elements consistent, as I do. Here's the story of the victims we're talking about. Their head is on a box. with the number 5 in the middle. And this is exactly what we have as Summer's last photo. This is Summer's last photo. Ernie Shell is the one who had her last photo. And her head is on a number 5. Let me grab it. It's under Summer's important. Summer. Okay. Ernie Shell had a video and I said, that's Summer. Like, this is what Summer looks like. This is the trophy. And I said it. So this is Summer. On her number 5, Ernie Shell. Oh, Shay's Place was playing it. This image here, this image was in the middle of this video. So it was in the middle of this picture, which is the car picture. It's in the middle of these. So Summer's videos, like whatever videos you watched, depending on the cut or whoever played around with the videos, I guess it's like depending on whose you had and when, depending on the part of the story that you were going to see. Because I call all of Summer Moonwell's videos were deepfakes. So that picture that you see there, what I'm telling you, like what I've always said, is that these are deepfakes, meaning the lie, not the truth. This is not the truth. But as that video goes on, this little teeny, right here, this little teeny frame starts to change. And that's what's under the deep fake. You might see it, you may not see it. But as that video goes on, that little corner tells a whole different story. That little corner, if you try to find its little corner, gets real little. Go ahead. Take a screenshot of what's in the middle of the middle of the middle, which is right here. This right here. And you'll get a little bit of truth. So a little screenshot. See where it went. Let's see, wait. Moving everything over is a pain in the ass. How many things do I have open? Okay. Alright, so I'm going to open up this little teeny box. Try to get color that makes sense. Okay. So what you get in that smallest corner, you guys, is summer. It's what's in that little box. That little box. You know, Spirit just really guides, you guys. It really guides. Because this picture, that picture is her very last picture. But it's really this. This is what's under the car video. You see? Car video. In my files, I happen to have them together as one. I didn't realize that. So this number 5 box, wrapped in red, white, and blue, this number 5 box is what you see here. See? That's the picture I would say is her last picture. And she's not alone. She's not alone. This is officially Summer's last photo. Allegedly. That one. And if you look, that is not her arm. There's no arm there. There's no arm. It's like, it's not attached. See, because this is more of the truth. See? So this number 5 is what you see here. And that kind of a hat you would have seen in Don Wells's bathroom during Benny's little thing with him. Benny's with him. They're all crazy. This hat appears. This kind of a hat. Don Wells decides to show it. It's in the video. And the video is with Don and Benny. Let's see. I don't give it much time to look. Benny. Done. Oh, jeez. I'm so bad. Oh my God, they're just not organized. Oh well. Let's see. Okay. Here, Molly shows a victim in the water. I'm just going to show you one of these squares. Right here. This to me now is the water hole. This would be the water hole. The other one would be the car ride. So the number 5 box is the car ride. This would be the water hole part of the story when I tell the story. You see? This would be the water hole. The water hole and climbing on the rocks, all of this. All of this. Climbing on a rocks, the water hole, kind of looks like a dungeon under a dungeon. There's that fish again. And the boxes. So here, I'm trying to get through this. Here again, you've got your fish with the fishies. In your number 5 boxes. This is a victim. Victims. And this is Olivia, Chronicles of Olivia. She was here in this particular video. I'm just showing you images of her as well, because there are elements that show up, face change. That's her camera. More of Molly. So all comes from the TV. There's Molly. Behind her, I always show that the bad guys have those like masks on their heads, and oh my God, you guys, all of this. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I have 900 plus videos that go over that. I always tell you that Molly Golightly reminds me of Brian Kohlberger's father. Allegedly, that's his father. We really don't know. But Brian Kohlberger's father is the one all the way to the left. These are Molly's. To me, they look just like him. Notice Brian Kohlberger's father in the car. I mentioned this before, which I would believe would be a big piece of information, especially for the Kohlbergers. If you look closely to Brian's father's neck, let me show you something. He has on that fake skin. On his neck. He's got fake skin. This is in the video, you guys. Like, if I were them, this video should be thrown out. Because it's fake. This is fake ass shit. Fake, fake, fake. So, look at the neck. Look at the fake skin. Like, how is it that they get away with that? Like, is that not him? Is it someone dressed up as him? Someone's got that shit on their neck. It's put there. Fake. Brian Kohlberger's father in the car. Looks like Molly. Like one fucking face. And now we're back to the hippie house. The hippie house, this was Dolly Vision's video. The hippie house had this girl in there. Totally like, I don't know what, but she also has the fake skin and her body changes to all this stuff that you see here. So what you see to the left is her the video, and that's under the deep fake. That appeared under the video. It appeared under the video, you guys. No joke. So you've got, this is Dolly Vision's video. This is Dolly's video. And this is also where I got the number 5 box. Let me change the color on this. So in this video, when you go under the fake girl, you have this. Wait, let me make it brighter. Now, all of this stuff I have pointed out in elements. But how is it that we went from the girl in hippie house to that? Her skin is also like the other people I call fake skin. Benny Keys had that. The Benny Keys had that exact one. Looks just like that. And I doubt I could fake. I doubt I could find it. No. No way. But he had the same thing. So this here is telling the story of these victims. Telling the story. So the number 5 box, let me grab it. Came from the hippie house. Same video. Same video. So inside this house is what you see here. There's a lot going on in that video, and it's Dolly's video. That's why I follow Dolly. That is why I follow him, because of this stuff. This stuff. I wanted to show you I also follow this face because of what she looks like beneath her video. So this is the hippie house. The girl in the middle and the one to the right is someone who would appear under Molly Golightly. She has a channel. But this is the stuff that at least I could take a picture of and show you guys that it does exist. And these heads, they get buried in the ground. They get placed for the resurrection, for the new world. And everything that you see here, all the heads, even here where you see, her head on a number 5 box. This goes back into the earth somewhere, in the leaves, in the water, in the plants, in the trees. This here, let me turn it, is what you're witnessing here. This is this. These are number 5 little boxes. That's what you see here. And what Molly Golightly showed over in the left-hand side was a critical thing that goes underground. It's the same thing that you're looking at to the right that was on Robert Vaughn's video that I call the blueprints. I actually call it the blueprints. That everything in that video is what we follow to this day, what these people follow to this day. Here's your number 5 box. I'm going to take that thing and turn it. This comes from Robert Vaughn, who has created the blueprints for this, allegedly. That little piece is the number 5 box with the head on the top. This is exactly what Molly Golightly's showing in her video. In that last scene. That's Summer's last scene. And if you could understand that this here comes from Robert Vaughn's video, and it's hanging somewhere underground. It's like on a system. Molly Golightly, in her video, is showing you this same thing. I'm turning it, it's easier. See? And all of those bits of information that I repeat over and over and over has never changed. The story stays the same. The story stays the same. And it's always been about the number 5 box. Always about the number 5 box. Because it is the number 5 that's what matters. That's the piece that matters. This is the trophy. This is the trophy. The heads look just like that are being victimized. They're in a corner and they're stuck. This is just one of the things that they do to these victims. What this is telling you in the middle is this. See? His head is on a platter, and they each have their own number 5 box. Maybe he's in the box. But this here is this. Okay, let me bring that up. Wait, where is it? Oh, here. Let me make this a little bigger. So, this dude, it's Tyler Fenner or whatever it's called, is showing us this. And imagine he has a hat on. This is what happens to victims. They all have the same purpose for the victim. This all matches. And that is in the corner, down under, and it winds up like that. Boom. Yeah, Tyler Feller. I wanted to show you Candace's videos that no one pays attention to. This is the outside of her house where I've always said that in the construction, between the doors during their construction, they laid doors down on the floor by hinges and covered it. And I still believe that these doors or whatever and however these constructed new construction areas or houses, whatever they're doing with them creates this to be able to happen. That's what I know. Because every time I see the hinges of these doors by the wells, and then I see her arm like this and stuff, look at the finger. Look at the finger. Let me show you. Look at their little fingers sticking in there. Right here. That's a finger. Like, where's this coming from? See this arm? Like, where's that coming from? Like, what is this? I'll tell you where. From down under. From down under. I see them as sitting in a hole here. And this is around them. They're sitting in a hole. This is the Wells house, you guys. This comes from Candace. It's like she's sitting, this person's sitting in a hole. That's what I see. Do you guys see what I'm saying? Like they're... Do you guys see? Like it's... Yeah, it's... Let me... Right here, look. Look here. Like this is around the waist. And they're sitting and their legs go down here. Go down. See, and then she's reaching out. I mean, look real closely to the edges of the pictures, you know? Like if you were to open this up, and brighten it up, you actually will see that this person is sitting in a hole. This is the Wells doorway. So if you take a close look to the waistline, they're in a hole. Actually, in a hole. So that's someone sitting in Candace's doorway. This is Candace's video. That's down under. So you have to like look really close to these photos. So the arm over on the left hand side is coming out from under. And if you then start looking at the pictures that I gather, it doesn't matter, it's the same story. The picture in Molly Golightly's video at the restaurant, you know, it looks like this. It's no different from anything that we're looking at now. That's no different from the story that I just told you of this picture. This is the same. So I don't just pick any stories. Look, the girl has no arms. And that's Ethan. So however anyone wants to look at it, that's Ethan with that thing around his neck being pulled. It's not a good picture, but no one cares. There's the hanging number 5. That hanging number 5 that looks like a little house is what I see to the left. And that's one of the families I follow in their car ride. That's not a car ride to me. Those are all number boxes. Those are number 5 boxes that I see hanging. In a house. I see that a child like this would go underground and they would be surrounded by these number 5 boxes. That is what they look like on Molly's TV, and that's what it looks like in all of the presentations. That is the number 5 box. And they're somewhere, they're saying kids go down under, and these little boxes these little boxes are there. They float. Yeah, they float. Jodi Sue Brown. This is not what Jodi Sue Brown looks like. Again, that's supposed to be Jodi Sue Brown. These photos appear under her face. This is not Jodi Sue Brown. These are children. These are children. These are victims, like I showed you that picture to the left earlier. That's supposed to be Jodi Sue Brown. Jodi Sue Brown and Molly Golightly, they're characters. I'm not saying them directly. This is just a way that I could tell the story. Everything's allegedly because I'm using them and their images to tell you the story that I see as the truth. You look at these families that I follow and you watch their videos, and it's so easy for these families, not these families that we're looking at in this picture, but for the families that are doing this or selling their kids or taking kids. There's so many of them, and I feel as if they're building. I smell fresh wood, like I smell wood, a lumber. Pieces of wood is what I smell, actually. But their wood is a lot of pieces, like it's like soft and mushy. Get soft and mushy. But when I look inside these pictures, I see victims that go inside these pieces of wood. They travel in the new wood. They travel this way. They travel in the lumber. These are all readings, you guys. They travel in the lumber. Under the lumber and in the lumber. So when I took this picture, all I did was change color. And then what I see is what happens underground. That they're building on top of these lumber places. They're building on top of they're building on top of a old shack. They're building on top of these things. They build on top of the old. I'm getting messages, and this is super important. These families are building over the old. They're building on top of an old structure. So what I see is they have access to these structures under their new houses, under the new wood. That's like the old. You've got to build a foundation over it. So they're separate. It stays separate. So you've got an old house and then a new house, but it's separate. And this is what it looks like up there, but this is over the new. Let me see if this is where I should stop. Oh yeah, because there's a lot of that. There's a lot more. I'm going to stop here. Close this. And just say that if you walk away and you're like, what did we just learn? Just look. Go back and think about it. Go back and understand that today's is about recognizing that the story, if you recognize that the story doesn't change, you'll see what I'm talking about, the elements. That's a plexiglass, see? But that's our little element. That's our little number 5. This is our little box. This is it. Oh, they're being put. Oh. Oh, I hear you. These little things are being put between the wood. These little things are being put between the wood. These little things. Let me try to see if we can. Oh, there is a 5 in there. And the V on top. This. That's the end of the trophy. This is the sacrifice. They're being placed within the soft wood. The old wood is being placed under the new wood. This is old wood, you guys. They dig it up or something. Because I see spiritually, I see the wood is, like I said, I said it was wet. You could rip it apart. Like it's soft and dewy. So this is old wood, soft wood, that they get placed in there. Hardwood floor, it's under the wood. It's under the wood. Okay. I just can't sit here and keep repeating, but that's the moral of the story. This is the end game. This is the end game. This. Is that the head? Is that the head up top? And that's the body? Is this the head? That's the body? Under the wood. All right, I'm not going to say it again. You guys, under wood floor is correct. This is it. I'm going to come back and finish it because I have 135 pages. Thank you for joining, and everyone just be grown adults. Play nice in the sandbox. Love each other, be nice to each other, be kind to one another, and have an amazing night. Thanks, guys.